Hey Access Youth, I'm really excited to be sharing with you today. I wanted to share with you a little bit about Paul, a man from the Bible. Paul was originally known as Saul prior to his conversion, and he was known for persecuting Christians for their beliefs. However, Paul's life drastically changed when he was on his way to Damascus. He encountered Jesus for the first time. In this moment, Paul was struck by a light from heaven, and it left him blind for several days. And then a disciple named Ananias was sent to Paul, where hands were laid on his eyes, and as this happened, Paul began to see again. From this experience, Paul chose to follow Jesus and to share the good news as he saw the great power of our Father. You see, Paul was a sinner. After all, he'd persecuted Christians, he'd gone against what God had said, but God didn't turn away from Paul because of all he did. Instead, he was welcomed into his kingdom. God welcomed him with open arms. Paul's life was transformed through knowing Jesus and experiencing that love. And Paul's past didn't dictate his future. He was released from his chains, set free from the sin he was buried in. And despite all that had happened, God used Paul to share the good news of Jesus. And this is the same good news for us, that we may be coming to God broken and we're not perfect, but God uses us. I really want you to know that your past doesn't define you. Through accepting God into your life, He will be able to use you too, and He will use you. God's love is so deep that it doesn't hold grudges for your past. Instead, He welcomes you into His arms with His deep and immeasurable love. Through choosing to be a Christian and welcoming God into our lives, we too are called to share the good news of Jesus. And sharing the good news of Jesus can happen in so many ways. It doesn't always have to be sitting and reading your Bible to someone, but sharing the good news can be through showing love and kindness to those around you, investing in people. And I really hope that the story of Paul can be an encouragement to you. Through his transformation, he owned his faith. He proclaimed the good news of Jesus. And this can be true for you too, and it's so exciting. Sometimes we can feel nervous about sharing our faith, and especially when we don't know how it may be received from someone else or whoever we may be talking to, but it's so important that we know where our identity is found in our Father, that He says that we are loved, we are made new in Him, and we are created in His image. So I encourage you this week and onwards to own your faith, to share God's love with those around you. It may look like messaging someone and checking in to see how they're going, or sending someone a word of encouragement, or giving someone a smile as you walk past them. But yeah, I just encourage you that the good news of Jesus is shared in so many different ways, and I just really encourage you to share God's love with those around you too. I hope you have a great week, Access. See you soon.